Hi, I'm Joe, and welcome to Alive on Demand. Today, we're very lucky to be visiting Bristol Zoo. We've come to visit in the final weeks of its nearly 200-year history to come and meet some of the animals before they're moved to their new home. Perhaps you visited the zoo at some point in its history. Maybe you came with family or friends. Maybe you have some favourite memories that you remember from here. Tell us about them. Follow me as we head inside to learn some more and meet some of the animals that make Bristol Zoo such a lively place. Bristol Zoo was founded in 1835 by Henry Riley, a local physician, who also led the foundation of the Bristol Zoological Society. Since it opened in 1836, Bristol Zoo has helped save over 175 species from extinction through funding projects and has seen over 90 million people here have a great day out. Some of the famous animals here include Zebby the elephant, who lived here in 1868 and was famous for stealing the straw hats off of visitors' heads. Alfred the gorilla moved here in 1930, and he was a great character who learned to make snowballs and throw them at visitors. He was also led around the site to meet people when they came to see him. His popularity and size grew throughout the Second World War. If you'd like to know more about Alfred, have a look at one of our other videos on Alive on Demand. Now today, lots of these animals are preparing to move to their new home at the Wild Place project. Let's go and have a look and meet some of them. Probably some of the most endangered and fearsome animals here at Bristol Zoo are these majestic Asiatic lions. The female, Sonica, from Cotswold Wildlife Park, and the male, Sahi, from Le Pal Zoo in central France. Aren't they beautiful? This type of lion is found in only one place in the entire world, the Gir Forest in Western India, a protected wildlife sanctuary spanning 545 square miles. Asiatic lions are the most endangered large cat species in the world, with only up to 600 left in the forest. Happily, their population has increased from 100 in the 1970s to up to 6 times that today. Sonika and Sahi love rolling around in scented straw. The keeper here will sometimes scent the straw with lavender or women's perfume. Have you ever seen the lions here? Maybe you've owned a cat yourself. What was its name? What was it like seeing these majestic lions?
My name is Ian, and I'm coming for a final visit just before this wonderful zoological garden closes for the last time. My earliest memories of visits were when I was a small child in the early post-war years, and we travelled from our home in Bath, changed buses at the centre, and I still vividly remember travelling up to the zoo gardens on a rickety old utility single-decker bus with wooden seats and spitting carburettors. And then after we'd visit, we would walk down along the side of the river and pick up a bus to go back at Hotwells at the bottom of what is now the end of the Cumberland Road scheme. Memories of the visit, Alfred in his cage. The first item as you come through the gate on your left-hand side, rides on the back of Rosie the elephant, and even reading stories in the paper of the elephant being taken in procession down through the streets of Clifton towards Clifton Down Station. And in between, yes, visits from not particularly frequently, from time to time as our own children grow up, and in due course, grandchildren arrived. And here's for one final visit.
These little cute critters are red pandas, or as they're known in China, fire foxes. In the trees, you can see 2-year-old Shifumi and 10-month-old Pan. Bristol Zoo are hoping that these two will like each other enough to breed, helping the population of this endangered species. Maybe there will be love in the air tonight. They have strong jaws to crush the bamboo, which makes up 95% of their diet. But occasionally, they may eat insects and small rodents. Bristol Zoo have trained Shifumi and Pan to weigh themselves.
Well, I'll say hello first to everybody and wish you all a very happy holiday and keep this weather going for as long as possible. My name's Velma, I live in Bristol, and as for Bristol Zoo, right through the years, my 2 children, this has been their favourite place to come. My son's particular interest was to one day own his own chimpanzee, and he thought By 11, that was about time that his mum should provide it for him. So was quite disgusted when he got a different gift for his 11th birthday. I mean, look what they can do, Mum. It was something that he dearly, really wished for a long time. And we, even now, when we get in conversation of the past, the chimp comes up as well. He had the dummies, oh yes, and they gave him a lot of pleasure, but not the same as the real thing.
These cheeky monkeys are brown spider monkeys. Say hello to Sugar, Ellie, Peggy and Amaya. They have long, lanky arms and a strong tail that works as a fifth limb, helping them grip onto branches and helping them balance high up in trees. Like humans, monkeys are very sociable creatures. They're very nosy and curious and like to come up to the glass and watch the visitors whilst they're here. Are you nosy? Perhaps you like getting involved in other people's business. Or maybe you know somebody else who likes to get involved in other people's business. Tell us about that.
Hello, my name is Benjamin McDonald and I am here at Bristol Zoo. I was at my grandparents' house and we decided to come here as a day out. I've seen lions, red pandas, tree kangaroos. I like the seals because they're very fast and they adapt to very hard environments. I'm a bit sad because this is such an amazing zoo, but I hope that when it moves, it will be just as amazing.
Some of the friendliest animals here at the zoo are these African penguins. Adult penguins share a bond for life and share parenting duties too. Their black and white tuxedos may look smart, but they also act as a camouflage from predators. Predators from above will look down and struggle to see their black backs against the sea floor. And predators from below will look up and see their white bellies, which will blend in with the sky. Penguins may look awkward when they're walking on the land. However, they are fantastic swimmers. Do you enjoy swimming? Maybe you've competed in swimming competitions. Or you just like to take a dip in the river or the sea when you're on holiday. Here I am in the left dome. Here at Bristol Zoo, they have a brilliant way of getting up close and personal with this mischievous mob of meerkats. They have these special domes where you can pop your head out just like you're a meerkat yourself. Now, meerkats might look pretty silly, but actually they are highly intelligent creatures. They can figure things out with help from their mob and sometimes work things out for themselves. The mob can be pretty useful from hunting too. Their famous upright stance that they do helps keep them as lookout while the rest of the mob scavenge for food. As soon as there's a sign of any predator, the meerkats make a highly pitched squeaking sound and the rest of the mob run to safety. Who would be in your mob if you were hunting for food?
I'm Annika.
I'm Jessica.
And we were friends since we were littles, and we are meeting up at Bristol Zoo.
I like the gorillas.
I like the butterflies.
I like Jock the silverback. We saw the gorilla talk and feed. We're seeing animals.
And what like butterflies, bats, and bugs. Bye.
Some of Bristol Zoo's most famous tenants are the Western lowland gorillas. These sturdy specimens are a family of 8. Jock, the silverback, the females Kira, Carla and Tuni, and the youngsters Afia, Ayana and Hassani. And Tuni gave birth to Junie in December 2020, rounding off this big family of 8. Do you have a big family? Maybe you remember having squabbles with your brothers and sisters. Gorillas are very intelligent. They grieve for those that they lose, and they have at least 22 different hoots, barks and screams to communicate with each other. Some gorillas have even learnt sign language to communicate with humans. Sadly, in the wild, gorillas are critically endangered. So, Bristol Zoo is involved in many conservation projects around the world to help bolster these beautiful creatures' numbers on this planet. Welcome to a very special enclosure here at Bristol Zoo. This is where the ring-tailed lemurs live, and we're able to walk around their enclosure as they very kindly invited us into their home. The ring-tailed lemurs get their name from the black and white rings on their tails, which they use to flag up to each other. They also use it in what is known as a stink fight. This is where the lemurs rub their tails against their scent glands in their arms and hold it above their heads and wave it at the opponent. They are sociable creatures and live together in groups of 5 to 30 in small home ranges. The dominant ones are the females. They also like to sunbathe and will lie next to each other in order to do it. And in the winter months, they may queue up next to each other to cuddle up and keep warmth. Do you like sunbathing? Maybe you've got a favourite place to do it in. Maybe you've even sunbathed nude. We hope you've had a great day here as we say goodbye to Bristol Zoo. What was your favourite animal that we met today? Or when you came to visit the zoo yourself? What's your favourite thing about that animal? Tell us about it. All that's left to say is thank you for the memories, Bristol Zoo. And we'll see you again soon on Alive on Demand.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.